Hello, we are going to start a new reload. It's called Help, Somebody Get Me Out of Fourth Grade, and it's written by Henry Winkler, who is this gentleman right here. Your moms and dads might recognize him from a TV show called Happy Days. He was the Fonz in that show. This is about Hank Zipser, and he's worried because parent-teacher conferences are coming up, and he's in a panic. He just knows that his teacher, Miss Adolph, is going to tell his parents some awful things, like he's going to have to repeat the fourth grade. It's just too terrible to think about. What am I going to do? He thinks. I know I'll come up with a plan to keep my parents away from parent-teacher conferences. My mind is racing right now. Chapter 1. Students, there will be excitement in the classroom today, my teacher, Miss Adolph, said. Can you feel it? I tried. I really tried. I even lifted my palms off the desk and stuck them straight out in the air to see if I could feel that vibration, that excitement vibration she was talking about. Nothing. I felt nothing. I looked around to see if I could see anything unusual in the classroom. It looked like it was the same old fourth grade room at PS 87, Public School 87, where I had spent the last 8 months of my life. Same old pale green walls, same old desks lined up totally in straight rows, just like Miss Adolph likes them. Same old bulletin boards displaying compositions, that's writing, of the best students in the class. Oh, in case you're wondering, my composition wasn't up there. Never has been, never will be. But, hey, a guy can dream, can't he? So what would Miss Adolph be talking about? Excitement in school? Are you kidding me? As far as I'm concerned, school and excitement just don't go together. Not in the same sentence, either. I flapped my arms around again, just making sure that I wasn't missing anything. Psst, Frankie, I whispered to my best friend, Frankie Townsend, who sits across the aisle from me. Are you feeling this excitement? Zip, the only thing that I'm feeling is the breeze coming out of your armpits, he answered. What's with all that flapping anyways? Excuse me, Henry, Miss Adolph suddenly cut in. I looked up. She was staring at me over the top of her gray-rimmed glasses. You seem to be in the midst of a conversation, Henry. I hope I'm not disturbing you. Oh, we're almost finished, Miss Adolph. I said, we're just trying to feel this excitement that you were talking about. Everyone laughed. Correction. Everyone laughed except Miss Adolph. She gave me that stare. You know, the one more wisecrack and you're on the way to the principal's office stare? She's good at that. In fact, I think she really invented that, the teacher stare. Mr. Zipser, Miss Adolph said, I hope you're not trying to be funny, because if there's one thing that really annoys me, it's funny children having fun. Miss Adolph walked over to my desk and stood so close that I could see a piece of lint on her gray skirt, the one that she wears every single day to school. For a second, I was tempted to reach out and pick it off, the way my mom is always picking bits of lint and donut crumbs and other stuff off my clothes. There's something about a little clump of lint that screams, somebody, please remove me! My hand was just starting out to reach out for Miss Adolph's skirt when my brain woke up and shouted at me. He's talking to himself. Hank Zipser, get your hand back here right now. You don't pick lint from your fourth grade teacher's skirt region. That is beyond icky. Fortunately, I pulled my hand back just in time. Another trip to Principal Love's office. Avoided. Another trip to Principal Love's office avoided. I wasn't trying to get in trouble in class, but I'm going to tell you the truth because I feel like I can trust you. It does really feel good to make 31 kids laugh, all at the same time. And when you're doing that, you're usually doing something that's going to get you into trouble. Actually, on that particular Tuesday, it was only 30 kids that I made laugh. There was one kid, Nick the Tick McKelty, who definitely did not laugh. That was no surprise, though. Nick McKelty only laughs at his own jokes, which, by the way, are not really that funny and are really, really, really mean. Like the other day, we were playing handball on the playground, and for no reason at all, McKelty turned to Ryan Shamazzo and said, Hey, punk, you're so short, you should play handball on the curb. Then he laughed and belted out so much bad breath that everyone on the court gagged and ran for cover. Henry, I recommend that you close your mouth and open your ears, Miss Adolph snarled as she walked back to the front of the room, because what I'm going to say is going to be of particular significance to you. I'm all ears, Miss Adolph, I said, and I was. I even stopped breathing for a minute so that there was nothing but wide open space between my mouth and my eardrum. There will be no school this coming Friday, she announced, without even cracking a smile. It will be a day off for all of you. Well, that definitely rocks, Miss Adolph, I shouted. Oops, I did it again. I was the only kid in class who had opened his big mouth. Everyone else had the good sense to just enjoy her announcement quietly. Not me. It's like the brain. The minute something comes into my brain, it just slides right out of my mouth. I have to say it. I really have to have a mouth cork made. I wonder if they make them for a kid-sized mouth. My other best friend, Ashley Wong, raised her hand. Are we starting summer vacation early? She asked. Frankie and I gave her a high five just for that question. Oh, absolutely not, young lady, Miss Adolph said. Summer vacation is too long as it is. You fourth graders have too much fun, and there's no need for excess fun. I didn't even know how to comment on that, because I know you and I are thinking the same thing. Now I ask you, is there any such thing as a summer vacation that is too long? Let's answer that together. No. Who knows why there will be no school on Friday? Miss Adolph asked. Heather Payne, who always knows the answers to everything, raised her hand and waved it in front of Miss Adolph's face like she was trying to swat a fly off her nose. Because it's fourth grade parent-teacher conference day, Heather said in her little Miss Perfect voice. That's correct, Heather. Good job of remembering, Miss Adolph said. Well, it's easy to remember because we have it marked on our master calendar at home, Heather said. It's written on a square right between my dental x-ray appointment and my French horn lesson. Miss Adolph smiled. It makes me feel a little warm inside when I see such excellent organizational skills, she said. My family's master calendar would definitely not make old Miss Adolph feel all warm and fuzzy inside. That's because it lives in a drawer in the kitchen, which is buried underneath boxes of aluminum foil, wax paper, and plastic baggies. It used to be up on the kitchen wall at the beginning of the school year. My dad put it up with a yellow thumbtack. But whenever my mom would write on it, the thumbtack would fall out and the calendar would flop onto the kitchen floor. Then our dog Cheerio would attack it and try to tear the pages off with his teeth, which is why our calendar now lives in the kitchen drawer. The purpose of these conferences is for me to go over your year-end evaluations with your parents, Ms. Adolph was saying. I'm sending home sign-up slips for your parents. Have them pick a time slot, and please bring the slips back tomorrow. Miss Adolph picked up a stack of pink sign-up sheets from her desk and walked around the classroom, handing one to each student. I'll be discussing your overall work with your parents, she explained as she walked, which will determine whether you continue your educational journey into 5th grade. Or, you know the answer to that. After she passed my desk, Nick McKelty leaned over to me as far as he could without bumping his Neanderthal head into the back of mine. In case you're wondering, Zipperhead, your evaluation is going to stink, as always. I wanted to turn around and tell him to take his disgusting mouth and put it on a jet and send it to Outer Mongolia, but I already had blurted out once today. And I didn't want to be sent to the principal's office again, so I fought the urge. I felt McKelty's hot breath in my ear. It's a good thing that it wasn't closer to me because his breath would have melted the eraser right off the top of my pencil. P.U. Forget it, Hanky boy, he whispered. You won't be seeing the 5th grade. Everyone knows you're being left back, you sucker. That did it. Couldn't take it anymore. I spun around in my chair and stared into his snaggly teeth, which were pointing at me in all directions. You don't know what you're talking about, McKelty, I said. What everyone really knows is that you're a liar. Those are strong words, I know, but they're the truth. McKelty, he exaggerates everything. Just take the truth and multiply it by 100, and you have what Frankie, Ashley, and I called the McKelty factor. Like he told us that he went to the opening Yankees game, and they asked him to throw out the first pitch. Really? But he said no, because he thought they should ask the mayor of New York instead of him. Uh-huh. Nick McKelty, president of the 4th grade Bad Personality Club. Didn't want to hurt the mayor's feelings? I doubt it. Hey, Zipperbutt, I happen to know something you don't know, McKelty whispered. I tried to ignore what he said. I tried, but I didn't succeed. McKelty's words started to buzz around in my head like the swarm of bees. It's amazing how one kid can make you so mad. Who was he, anyways? Nick the Tick McKelty to tell me that I was being left back in the fourth grade? He doesn't know anything. That can't be right. Of course not, right? Wait a minute. He might be right. I mean, I did get a 4Ds. I did get 4Ds on my report card. And I still can't really spell. And math, well, enough said about that. And I don't even know right from my left. Oh no, I bet he is right. I'm going to be the only kid in my class. I'm going to be the only kid in my class repeating the fourth grade. That means I'm going to be stuck in the same grade as my sister and her geeky, fact-spewing, nose-blowing, allergic to chocolate cake boyfriend, Robert Upchurch. Oh my gosh, this cannot be happening to me. I need to be in the fifth grade. I exploded out of my chair, my hands shooting up into the air. Miss Adolph, I shouted before she even called on me. Can I go to the library? The library? You? I have to find out how to dig a hole deep enough so that I can crawl into it and never be seen again. We'll stop right there. That is chapter 1.